Hey, Paul, what's going on?
Good morning.
How are you?
Wednesday.
Wednesday. We didn't do anything yesterday because we had no Paul Lash. We had no Oslick.
Oh, wow.
We had no Oslick.
I'm sorry. you know,
Paul's like, I don't give a shit.
I try to make all any appointments I have. Always make them on a Tuesday or a Thursday.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
I'm
So
just busting you.
I know. It's okay. It's all right. No big deal. Yeah. Well, what happens when people got things to do? What are you gonna do?
I told you to cancel.
I couldn't.
Was it your hair appointment?
Yeah. I don't mess with my hairdresser. I don't mess with her.
Right.
Whatever she says, I do.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Now, if your wife asks you to do something, it's like, well, hold up. But if the hairdresser asks you to do something.
No. It works the same way.
Is she in the massage parlor?
No.
Oh, I'm just saying, dude. So, with that being said,
yeah.
I'm looking for co-hosts, morning co-hosts.
Mm-hmm.
See if somebody wants to give it a shot. Give it a try.
Give it a try.
With people's schedules and everything, it's hard. And
tough.
The people that come in, like yourself or a Wasilic, it's a lot. Yeah. So,
yeah. Well, plus we have another one on Friday.
That's right, Brianna.
Yeah.
She has been coming in on Fridays, although I don't think she'll be here this Friday.
You know why? Kids are out of school.
Yeah. So we are whoever we are absolutely looking for additional morning co-hosts.
Sure. We could have another person sitting right here.
Yeah.
Good.
We could. Haven't seen Jim Barney in a dog's age.
I don't know where Jim is. Yeah.
Victoria says she's working now, but well, Victoria, you just stopped coming anyway, so I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah. Well, somebody's telling you something.
No, it has nothing to do with that.
Nothing to do with it. Oh well. What can I tell you? Oh.
Somebody just passed up $200.
Oh, way it goes. Oh well. $200 is probably not enough. In today's world, they want more. Oh well.
No, it's pretty good pay.
Yeah.
So anyway, yeah. I'm looking for another person and another co-host come in and talk about community stuff and whoever, which is a stretch because the folks that come in really, are diamonds in the rough because, they're willing to come in and talk about, different topics and whatever. And just, like today's topic is really going to be a doozy. So
maybe. I don't know. I don't think it's.
Victoria said it was too early with the drive and all the chores in the morning. I enjoyed it. Then why don't you just tell me that instead of just not coming anymore?
Oh, well. It's pretty high up on the mountain there,
Up on Sterling Mountain.
Yeah, Sterling Mountain.
So, yeah. So we're looking for extra or more morning show people to come in and chit chat and that kind of stuff. So,
Sterling,
like what you do, or
yeah,
what one of the Wasilics do, or Brianna does, or just come in and chat.
Sterling's the home of the apple cider donut. Did you know that?
I did not know that.
Yep, you should try it.
I am quite aware of what an apple cider donut is.
They're good.
It's one of my favorites.
They're good.
Matter of fact, there is used to be a farmer's market up in Coventry, that area. It's a big one. And they had a guy there, complete huge setup with fry later. I'm not talking about the basket. I'm talking about this huge thing. And he made apple cider donuts.
Well,
and
this place is known for their apple cider donuts.
You can get them, and they're like still warm. Mm-hmm. And it's like, so where do you get them? Where do you say? You're talking about Econk Hill? Do they have them? Is that where? Yeah.
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 Yeah, I made a special trip up there a week ago just to get the apple cider donuts. I mean, they're not the largest donuts, but they're still not good tasting apple cider donuts. Yeah.
So yeah, I love it's actually my favorite donut.
Yeah, they're good this time of year, especially. Yeah. Yeah.
But the problem is sometimes you get them and they're yuck.
Yeah. Time to make the donuts.
Good morning, Sabrina. How are you? Cindy, Clydes are lovely, she says. I think that Cindy should come in here and be part of the morning show. That's what I think. Cindy, we're looking for new participants here on the morning show.
Good pay.
Yeah, you can't beat it.
Can't beat the paycheck.
Cindy also says also their apple cider with a shot of Kiss caramel is amazeballs.
Oh, I haven't tried those.
I think that's a Cindy word, amazeballs.
Yeah.
I don't know if I remember having anybody say that one before, but
yeah. All I know is they're good.
Huh?
They're good.
Yeah. Cindy works in the morning. Well, then just adjust your schedule. It's pretty simple. Just move it up an hour.
Yeah. Become popular.
Oh, she's popular. So anyway, good morning, everybody. It's Wednesday. Just so you know, get ready for the 13th weekend with rain in 2023.
Yep.
That's coming up this weekend. Can't hardly wait for that.
Yep.
Rain Friday, rain Saturday, quite possibly a lot of rain.
Yeah, a lot of rain.
And
the temperatures are going to go back to normal.
Yeah, they're
going back to the 60s.
Well, I'm okay with that. Honestly, personally, I like the
cool,
a little
weather.
Cool. Yeah, I do. I don't really. I'm not big on heat and humidity.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, Cindy and I were just having that conversation the other day.
I mean, the leaves are going to turn pretty soon. I mean, they're still kind of green around here, but it's coming.
Like you go north, and people are already
they're coming
going
down.
Up north and staying there for the weekends and stuff like that. Because
the color is up there. I mean, there's a few turning around here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then they're going to be on the ground. Then you got to pick them up.
Sure.
With a pain in the neck. Yep.
So, another weekend of rain. Although Sunday is supposed to be pretty decent. It's supposed to rain and possibly in the mornings.
And then clear up.
And then clear up.
Yep.
Which is cool. So that is something that hopefully we'll get one good day out of the weekend.
Yeah.
Instead of.
I mean, this rain has caused everything to grow gigantic growth. I mean, look around and look at the weeds in your garden. Look around at the trees. Look around at all this other stuff. Everything is so grown because of the moisture.
My front yard was like that, and you couldn't. And anytime I had a chance to mow the lawn, it poured.
Yeah.
So, like, if you want to know just like how wet this summer was,
it's wet.
Just in Hartford alone, since June 1st. 17 and a half inches of rain.
Yeah, that's a lot of rain.
This is the 13th wettest summer on record.
Yep. Aren't we lucky?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And this is just in Hartford.
Yeah.
The wettest summer was 1955.
Yeah. Well, that whole Hartford County and Tolland County and the other county on the left, I don't know the name of it, I can't remember. They got more rain than we did.
What part of you talking about?
Western part of the state.
Yeah, actually, you're more like northwest.
Yeah.
Like the little town of Norfolk, 23.3 inches of rain.
Yeah.
Around here, Killingly 15.9, Willimantic 17.2, Norwich 11.3, Griswold 10.8, Niantic 10.9. So still a lot of rain around here too. Yes. And they don't want to disappoint. So more rain this weekend. Yep. Absolutely more rain this weekend. Yep. I have a question, actually, and this is one of those questions that it's like, is it too early to ask, or do we start this conversation right now? The question that I have is, if the election for first selectman was today, who wins?
I don't know.
Is it Tina Falk? Is it Wayne Mallon? I would like to know what you guys think just now before anything really happens, because I don't think anybody's really asked that question yet.
No,
because you're going to be asked it on Election Day, November 7th. And that's not going to be an easy task.
No. But isn't there a third candidate? Is that a true fact or not a true?
Don't know.
Don't know.
We know that the current first selectman has intentions. I do not know if she has filed with the Secretary of State.
Gotcha.
So I don't know if she's an official write-in candidate. So as of right now,
there's just two.
There is Wayne and there is Tina. So,
gotcha. Well, it's about a month away, so we'll find out shortly.
Huh?
It's a month away, so.
It is a month away.
About a month away, because today's the 3rd, 4th, so. It's the 7th, so a little over a month and 3 days, yeah.
Right. So we had Tina Falk on this week. Next week we're going to have Wayne Mallon. Is it Mallon or Malin?
I don't know. Just call him Wayne.
Wayne. I know, but So anyway, he will be on next week, probably Tuesday or Wednesday. Yeah. We'd like to get some of the other candidates on next week as well. Mm-hmm. So we'll see how that works out.
Sure.
So anyway, we're going to take a quick break. Don't go anywhere, folks. Don't go anywhere. We'll talk more about this and some other things right here on SNSN.
Buy better. Better it burns. Much better. So much better it burns.
Are you tired of resetting passwords, getting locked out of websites, and listening to hold music for days? Do you really think 15 minutes is enough time to spend ensuring your biggest investments? The Burns Agency is here to help with in-person real-time customer care for all your insurance needs. Buy better with the Burns Agency for auto, home, business, and life.
Right insurance at the right price. You buy better it burns. You buy better it burns. You buy better.
Hi, this is Lisa Griffin of Eastern Connecticut Savings Bank. Do you use your debit card for everyday purchases? If so, find out how you can earn rewards for that activity with Kasasa Cashback checking from Eastern Connecticut Savings Bank. Why settle for a boring checking account when you can Kasasa? Check out our Kasasa Cashback checking and find out how easy it is to earn rewards. For more information, visit bankeasternct.com or stop by any of our branch locations today. Eastern Connecticut Savings Bank, member FDIC. Do you Kasasa?
Family Motors has arrived. They're your local auto super center. Put some excitement in your day and rent a Polaris Slingshot from Strain Family Motors, adjacent to the Green Onion Restaurant on River Road. Check out Strain Family Motors Super Center on Facebook as well as strainfamilymotors.com for everything sales, service, and excitement. River Road, Lisbon, Strain Family Motors, your local auto super center.
All right, welcome back to the show. Hello, everybody. And we do hope you visit our sponsors some days. Like we just heard from the Burns Agency, and of course Eastern Connecticut Savings Bank, and of course the newest and local businesses around, Strain Family Motors in Lisbon, right over the bridge, right next to the Green Onion in Lisbon. So, all right. So we had asked right away, who would you vote for, or who do you like? Is it Tina or Wayne so far? Sabrina says, I'd like Wayne, but with the write-in nonsense, it's going to throw a wrench in, I believe. So, and I think what she's speaking to is the possibility or the intention of Dana Bennett as a write-in candidate. She's technically not on the ballot.
No.
Not on the ballot. So to be a write-in candidate, you still have to go through the proper channels to do so. You can't if 5,000 people voted for Mickey Mouse, it wouldn't count because Mickey Mouse didn't register with the state. As far as their intent. Sabrina goes on to saying, now I really want to know what you guys think, as far as others' opinions, because I mean, you guys are the ones that are going to be voting on November 7th. So to me, the town already spoke. It should be Wayne and Tina. Okay. Sarah, I'm confused why the selectman called the primary if she was going to ignore it and write herself in anyway.
She didn't call a primary.
That. No, she didn't call primary.
No. The Republican Party did that.
Right. And well, actually, Dana had to put in to primary.
She had to, She had to get enough signatures
because Wayne Malin is the endorsed candidate.
Correct.
So
I mean, I don't blame her for going for the primary. Why not? I mean,
no, of course not.
Why not? I mean, if you're there, just because the party doesn't like you doesn't necessarily mean that you shouldn't be able to at least go for the primary. Try it. I mean, and if she wants to run as a write-in candidate, she has that right. You can't stop her.
Right. Anybody would have that right. So
yes, absolutely. So that's her decision, what she wants to do.
So, I mean, what I have heard, from more than one person is that, quote unquote, the town has spoken, meaning these are our candidates, which are Wayne and Tina. So
the parties have spoken.
Well, I think you could go and say that both. I mean, especially the Republican Party, because the Republican Party had a primary.
Yeah, they did.
The Democratic Party did not have a primary.
And
they didn't need to.
But suppose you wanted to run for.
Okay.
This is just an example.
Yep.
So you wanted to run.
Okay.
If you're not familiar with the Republican, they're not going to put you up for a nomination.
Right.
I mean, there's probably a lot of people out there that would make excellent candidates as a selectman, but unfortunately, because they're not politically
but you still
involved,
have to. Yeah, but you have to also announce your intent.
Absolutely,
that you want to.
Agreed.
You know what I mean? So but that's part of the problem, Paul. Is that
is part of the problem. You're absolutely right.
They don't have enough people that are coming forward saying, "I'd like to run."
Exactly.
You're
exactly right. That's the issue.
Right.
So these is up to the party. These is up to the people who say, I'll run. So then they nominate them, and then they go through the process, which we know they do. Yeah. And they get nominated, and they're the candidate. But I'm sure there's a lot of other people out there that probably would make excellent candidates.
Right. But I think
they don't step up.
Well, I think we've talked about it.
I know. Paul. I agree.
It's the pay.
Yeah.
I mean,
right.
Who's it going to attract right now? Really, it's going to attract people that are possibly retired.
Correct.
Military retired.
Mm-hmm.
Looking for
Yep.
to continue like their public service career
Right.
or whatever.
Exactly.
But if you have somebody that is making $100,000 in the private sector, and it's like, oh, geez, I want to become first selectman and make half,
Ain't gonna
unless
happen.
you're independently wealthy
gonna
and set
happen.
for life.
Ain't gonna happen.
These are people that you're not going to find.
Yeah.
It's only going to be to a select few that are actually going to, or it's going to seem like it's a great idea.
Right.
So, I mean, let's think about it. Tina
right.
Falk said that if she became first selectman, that she would leave the senior center. Wayne, who's retiring from Millstone, right? So, case in point, there you go.
No,
right?
Yep.
Here's another thing that I thought was pretty interesting. Is I had asked Tina one day. I said, and it was here, so it's public. I said, if you win, it was just something stupid. Are you going to be the first select woman? And she said, no. The position is called first selectman.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I thought that was pretty interesting.
Yeah.
Pretty ballsy too, to be honest with you. Just say, no, this is
It
what
is.
I am. This is what I'm
I don't
doing.
know. I don't know why they call it a selectman. I don't know. I don't know. It's been that way. I'm sure eventually it'll get changed.
I think it's gender neutral, folks.
I think it'll get changed.
It's a gender neutral kind of thing. So, Valerie wanted to know, was the Republican Town Committee streamed? No, probably not.
No, it wasn't.
And I don't know of them ever streaming
No,
their meetings.
because we were there. I mean, we were there.
Not the RTC or the DTC.
No, I don't think they've ever done that.
Yeah.
No.
Board of Selectmen is one thing, or a commission in town is one thing, but DTC or RTC, I'm not familiar of them streaming anything.
Never saw them see anything.
Right. And Valerie, I'm going to tell you the same thing I tell everybody else. People want it streamed, and that's great, and I think that is awesome. But here is the harsh reality of it all. And people don't like this. Somebody's got to do it. It's going to cost somebody some money. If they're going to do it themselves, they got to buy themselves a camera. They got to buy themselves a laptop. They got to make sure there's internet where they are to facilitate it all. It's not just, and I wish it was that easy. And that is one of the biggest roadblocks, is that someone's got to do it. Like the first selectman meeting, right? They have this camera called an owl, where it just kind of moves around, a little bit. It doesn't really or always focus on the person that's talking or whatever. So, but the fact is that somebody's got to do it. And if you're looking for volunteers to do it, good luck. You could do it. You could do it. That would be awesome. And I'm not saying that to be facetious. I'm saying that because you could.
Yep.
But if people are waiting for somebody else to do it, that's pretty much why. Yep. And that's the truth, and the truth that nobody wants to hear.
Right.
Let's see here. But it's a good question, Valerie. It really is. And let's see what we got here. Okay, that was a reply to. All right, Sabrina says, I voted for Dana 2 years ago. The way things have been since then and how things were handled by both candidates during the debate and primary swayed me toward Wayne, and that's where I'm staying.
What debate? Oh, the only debate we had was, well, she's
right, but this was the Republican primary.
Correct. Wasn't the real.
And the only thing that I heard about that debate from almost everybody that I spoke to in the public, because people, they ask me what I think. I don't know. It's really for you guys. It's not for me. who won that debate. And I think Wayne came off exactly like he should have, just as a common man, resident, stating that he wants to help. I thought he was very genuine in the way he spoke.
Well,
I'm speaking to the debate. The debate only. I was off to the side. Nobody saw me or anything. I didn't speak, nothing like that. I was just producing it.
Well, all I can say is I hope people, when they make their vote on November 7th, that they look at all candidates, look at them and say, okay, who's going to do a good job for us?
So,
the town of Griswold.
Right. So here's the thing I heard on the other end was that a lot of people felt that Dana shot herself in the foot with a bazooka.
At the last comment.
At the last comment, talking about how she felt it was a conflict of interest.
Yeah.
For the first selectman to be married to the Board of Education chair, which really, honestly, they had nothing to do with each other. Nothing. Yeah. Nothing. They're it's like almost two governments.
Well, like I tell you, I think last time people voted straight across the party lines. I think what they got to do this time is to make sure they're voting for the right candidate. Forget the party lines. Vote for who you think is going to do the right job.
So let's venture into Tina. We have not seen Tina debate yet. No. But I will tell you, every time Tina comes on here, she is incredibly well spoken. You can tell her intent is genuine. There's nothing fake about this woman. I've had the pleasure of knowing Tina for almost a decade now, maybe 8 years, just from doing this and, getting to, having some conversation, we're not sitting down and drinking wine together, but although I wouldn't say no, sitting down with her and I think they're very nice people. But I do think that everything that she says is genuine. Mm-hmm. So
I don't disagree.
I think voters are going to have one hell of a time voting this year, because I think you have two excellent candidates in the endorsed candidates in Tina Falk and in Wayne Malin. So where does Dana Bennett fit in all this? So here's my opinion. And again, nothing personal, but I don't think Dana's going to win. I think the only thing that's going to happen there is she's going to play spoiler.
Well, this is what could happen. She could get enough votes to become a third selectman.
No. That's not going to happen as a write-in.
You don't know that.
No.
She had enough votes to get in the primary. She may have enough votes to get to be the third selectman or the second selectman. You don't know.
I'm not even going to. The one thing I will predict is and again, not personal. None of this is personal. People think it is sometimes, but it is not. Dana Bennett, I do not believe, will be on the Board of Selectmen. Now, I'm not saying she won't be back another time, but I think during this election cycle, no.
You don't know.
I don't know.
So
that is,
we'll find out.
That's not a spoiler. That's a prediction.
We'll find out in a month and 3 days.
Right. And I'm not trying to sway anybody. Don't listen to me if you don't want to. I really don't care. That's just my opinion.
Yep.
Because people get opinion mixed up with people trying to sway your vote.
Yeah.
Bottom line is Griswold in this election, I feel, is in an excellent position. Because I think we have two very good candidates that care about this town, the endorsed candidates. And I think we're very lucky to have that. And I think that's a great thing. So Daryl from the Healthy Computer.
Next to the dog groomer.
You said dog boomer.
Groomer.
He goes, so I get to be in the public eye, criticized for every decision made, being judged on why I am not doing more and get paid $25 an hour. Whoa, sign me up. If anybody says that they're trying to be a selectman in the town of Grizzle for the money, you're off your freaking rocker. They're not getting endorsement deals either. You know? I mean, you never saw ads for like, you know, hi, Todd Babbitt for STP Oil. You know, it just never happened, right? They did it because, you know, they care about this town. Dana Bennett, I believe she cares about this town. You know, I think you have to even to do it, you know? So anyway, Sabrina says, agreed, we need the best for Grizzled as a town. And that's true. I believe we do. I mean, and I think we're in a good situation. What do you think?
I have my own opinion. You know, I really.
Okay.
I mean, I'm not going to mention my opinion.
Well, why the hell are you here?
No, I will not. I know. No, I will not say anything.
So you're going to leave me out on the ledge?
No, because it's my decision when the time comes, and I have my.
I didn't say who I was voting for.
I know, but I have my opinion. I just think that we need to pick the candidate that's going to do the job for the town, because you got to remember that person that's sitting in that office. You got businesses coming in to talk to that person in that office. So you need to have somebody in there that knows what the hell is going on.
Okay.
That's the important,
Sure.
That's the important thing.
And I think everybody's going to look at criteria differently.
Yeah.
I mean, I think you make a great point. Yeah. So what's so hard about that?
Well,
what's so hard about saying that?
Well, because people interpret that the wrong way.
People are going to interpret it. If you say, I got to go to the bathroom, they're going to interpret it the wrong way or whatever way they want to.
Was he going there for two? Or was he going there for one?
Is he going there just to kind of get away from everything and sit on his phone for a little while? You know, is he just going in there to wash his hands?
Yeah.
You know, or splash water on his face?
Yeah.
You know, who knows?
Who knows?
Count the squares left on the toilet paper roll. Who knows?
Yeah.
People are going to think what the hell they want to think.
Yep.
Gerald says Paul is going to run.
I'm going to run?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, no, that's not going to happen.
No.
The only thing Paul's going to do is Paul's going to run straight home.
Run like hell. No. I would never even consider ever running for a political position because they tear apart. I don't.
You're on EDC. That's pretty political.
Yeah, true. Everybody picks on them. Yep, that's true. No. Also on safety, so.
Huh?
Also on safety.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I knew that.
Yeah.
I knew that. But that's not as high powered as EDC. EDC. So you know we both got haircuts yesterday.
Yeah. Talking about safety. We got a request came in from a resident regarding kids on the dam. A lot of kids are standing on top of the dam, jumping in.
Yeah.
Which is kind of dangerous if you think about it, because there's. Sure. So we sent a letter to the Board of Selectmen saying that there's no signage, there's no fencing, there's no nothing, right. And that apparently now is the responsibility of DEEP. So we sent
Department of Energy and
Environment Protection. And so we sent them a letter saying, you got to do something about this because somebody falls in and breaks their neck. Who's responsible?
Right.
So we sent them the letter, and I know they just sent the letter into Deep. Also talked to them on the phone about putting signage in again and putting fencing up because the town doesn't need to have any liability for that, but we all know what would happen if somebody got hurt.
Sure.
Criswell resident falls in dam, breaks neck,
or
dies, which could happen. That's a pretty high fall. So, but that was the latest thing we did as far as safety goes.
I think the stink alone should keep people away because with the water being down, it smells like bad fish.
It's pretty high up.
We walked the puppies over there, so it's like Melissa tells me because we're crossing the bridge. She goes, "Oh my god!"
Yeah. Especially if you get 4 or 5 kids standing on those stanchions.
It is dangerous.
It's dangerous. One of them, a little plus play, bingo, one goes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's kind of dangerous. So,
there are some other points of interest that I would be.
Well, if you have some places, other thing that you consider safety problems, just let us know.
Huh?
Let us know.
Yeah. Well, there's a couple of, and actually the borough did what they could do. And that is the intersection, on Ashland and Carly Avenue, where people have gotten hip to that flashing red light.
Yeah.
And it's zoom, zoom, zoom.
Yeah.
Right on through.
Well, now
I think you need a freaking gate there.
Yeah. Well, of course, they're not going to put cameras on stop signs, but they're going to put cameras on red lights.
I do think they should put speed bumps in.
They could, I think, because it's not a state road.
They could. The other place where I think they should put speed bumps.
Yeah.
4 Corners up by the Little League field.
The only problem is the plowing. Those things are in the way of plowing, unless you just lift them during the winter. I don't know. Usually they're bolted down.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But if you drive along Ashland anyway, all those manhole covers, those are speed bumps. And they're all
no, they're not as bad now since the road's been paved.
No, there's a bunch of them that are sunk in.
Are they?
Yeah, they were supposed to put some kind of an extension on them so that they wouldn't be so much of a. Never happened.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, we'll have to wait and see.
Yep.
We'll have to wait and see. But I do think that there are things that can be done. And I will say, I asked Phil Anthony back before, he lost to Kevin Skolchak.
Yep.
And I said, we really, I feel we need speed bumps, at the top of Hill Street.
Yeah.
And because I live right there.
Yeah.
And all he said was, well, Mike, we'll lose money and funding for this and that.
I don't believe that.
And I'm like, okay, all right.
No, I don't believe that.
And I'm thinking, honestly, that right there, that's what got me interested in doing a lot of what we're doing now, because I thought it was a bunch of bullshit rhetoric.
And
I'm like, no.
I agree.
No.
Because he didn't have an answer. So
he didn't have an answer.
So that was the easy way out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. You can, there's no reason why you couldn't put it.
It's not like he supports us here at all. So
it's like a town road. So it doesn't belong to the state. You can do what the hell you want. How much fun do we really get from the state? Nothing. I don't think
certainly
so.
not for Hill Street.
Yeah.
It's not a state road.
No.
So whatever the town's decision is, okay, it's fine. But don't freaking lie to me.
Yeah.
And give me some roundabout answer to shut me up.
No. Agreed.
See, even I knew it was bullshit then, and I didn't know any, and I still don't really know anything.
Yeah.
But I think I have a little better grasp on what's happening in town politics now than I did 8 years ago.
Yep.
10 years ago.
Yep.
So I don't know. Any other places that you think that need speed bumps? Or are those I know you never said, but these are.
Well, they have to be in the areas that belong to the town.
Yeah.
And I don't know in the outland, where there would be any.
The whole thing about Ashland Street to me.
People go through it.
Well,
they go through the one on Pleasant View also. They come
not as much because it's a fork. You still have to slow down either way.
but they still go flying through.
Well, I know that this is how I feel about the Ashland Street one. The stop signs are there. Okay.
Mhm.
Are they enforced? Not really. Sorry, but they're not. That's one thing. Do I even really care about that personally? No. What I think they do, hopefully, is they at least slow people down enough where people will take a look and say, that they can safely go through this intersection.
Yep.
It's the people that are literally doing 45, 50 down Ashland Street, and then a small child runs out. You ain't got a chance.
I don't know about you,
There
but
are a lot of kids.
there are a lot of kids
on
on
Ashland Street.
Street.
A lot of kids.
Yes, there are.
On Carly Avenue. You can see them.
Oh yeah, big time. Come down during the bus time.
Exactly. There's tons
man,
of
there's
kids,
tons
right?
Of kids.
If you're gonna drive like an asshole, and do that, you risk a great risk. You have a great risk of hitting somebody or something.
Yeah.
That's just driving like a jerk.
Yeah, and they come up Taylor Hill and they're flying up on Taylor Hill.
Yeah.
I mean, I go to my mailbox, I'm afraid to step out. That's how fast they're going down on Taylor Hill. Oh yeah, they're flying, coming from 138, coming down towards Stewart City. Man, they come flying over that hill. Yeah.
I just hope that it'll slow them down enough. But I was outside last night, just watching cars like it was the freaking Autobahn.
Yeah.
I just threw my hands in the air like, what are you gonna do?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't want to say anything. Well, I'm gonna, because I don't know how to shut my mouth. But there was a very unfortunate situation on East Main Street, right? Or
Yes.
I'm sorry,
Yeah,
North
there
Main
was.
Street,
Yes, you're right.
right? A couple of weeks ago,
Yeah.
That took the life of a woman.
Yeah.
Do you think the guy that was driving in the car was driving safely?
No, I had been driving. He
Or
was
do you think he was driving like a bat out of hell?
probably so. Yeah. And a lot of people bitched about the cameras going up downtown.
Mhm.
But those cameras, man, they caught the guy with those cameras. So, as much as a lot of people don't like, video, guess what? Caught a guy that killed the woman. So, which is good.
So the whole thing with me and the cameras, I feel that what's the difference? If you're not doing anything wrong,
Don't worry about the camera.
who cares?
They're everywhere.
Yeah, they're
No matter
not.
where you go.
You got Joe Blow on the side recording everything. In some places, and why? Because he can. There's, I mean, if I was outside right now recording as you were driving by, and somebody across the street yelled at me and said, "Stop recording me," guess what? You're getting the middle finger, because I don't have to.
Oh, you know?
It's public. I can do what I want. The only thing that I would have to stop is if I was obviously pointing my camera in through somebody's window or trying to do something like that, like spy or whatever. But just walking around or whatever,
The other
nothing.
thing, you cannot video, and it's now a law, is that if they do a street takeover and you're videoing the street takeover and you're posting it, that is against the law and punishable by $1,000 fine.
Is it against the law to videotape it, or is it against the law to post it?
Post it.
Okay. So if you videotape, that's the question.
Yeah.
If you're videotaping, who knows? That's maybe could be great evidence for an investigation.
Yeah.
So it's posting. It's not the
it's
actual
posting,
recording.
but it's recording and posting. It's $1,000 fine.
So some organizations aren't going to care about $1,000. But what I'm saying is that you could do that. So honestly, do I have a problem with the cameras being up and down? No.
They're everywhere.
No, exactly. And yeah, I know a lot of people don't like them because they feel it's against their rights. Well, honestly, it's not against your rights.
No more.
It's really not against your rights because it's public.
Drive down.
You can record anything you want in public grounds.
Drive down any street, and if half a dozen people have Ring cameras, guess what?
Yeah.
They're picked up from the time you start on that street until you get through it.
Right. And if somebody says, well, I was on private property. Yeah, it's my lawn. Guess what? I give me consent on my property.
Yeah, no, you're right.
Because everybody's going to look through. And it's funny. I have had this happen where we're doing an event somewhere, and someone goes, "No, I don't give you consent." And I'm not kidding you. I look at them and go, "I don't need your consent."
No, you don't. That's why that group was walking into town halls, taking the video, and there's nothing you can do about it.
Because it's a public building.
Yep. Exactly.
The only thing is that there are certain private areas you can't get into, which is, that's fine, whatever.
Yep.
But like you can't walk into a courtroom and just walk into the judge's chambers.
Yeah.
Because that's private.
Yeah.
It's a private area. But anything that's public, yeah.
Yeah.
Wherever you want to go.
Yeah.
So we got to everything today except for what I put.
Yeah, everything but the topic.
That's what happens. And that's what we do. We just have a conversation. It just kind of flows. And
he wanted a topic, so I gave him a topic, and then we don't even talk about it.
Here's why.
You afraid? Shot?
No.
Not COVID shot?
No. There are certain topics that I get really skittish on. Human life is one of them.
Yeah.
And I think probably I'm not wrong on that. I think that if we are going to go ahead and tackle a subject I think that's good coffee. That's a water cooler talk if we want to chat about it someday. But I think unless we have a physician here.
We're not talking about, all we're going to talk about is how people feel about it. That's all. We weren't going to perform a shot in front of everybody.
Yeah, I know. It wasn't going to be a public display
No, it wasn't going to be a public execution. I mean,
yeah.
I don't know what you're skittish about, but maybe because the difference in age, maybe because I'm a little older, maybe I think it's fair to people who.
That might be true.
Yeah,
I really do. I mean, you're at a different stage of life than I'm at.
Yeah.
So
that could be your reason behind it. Yeah. So whatever.
I got Paul a lifetime subscription to the Book of the Month Club. He looked at me and said, "Why is 6 months checked?"
Who's that? Daryl?
No, that was me. It was just me. No. I'm not ready for you to go anywhere, Paul. So don't do that.
Yeah.
I don't care if you want physician assisted. So anyway, all right, guys. Thank you very much for coming on in. Is there a Waslick tomorrow? Who knows? We'll find out. That's why I want to take the heat off of them.
Yep.
And them feeling that that they always have to be here, and same thing with you. If there's
appointments.
Yeah, but I just don't want you to, the obligation. I want you guys to come in here because you want to come in here. We can have a chat and stuff like that. So if anybody else does, send me a PM. I would love to know. We do the show every morning from 9 to 10. So we usually get here about 8:30. Sometimes a little earlier, sometimes a little later. It all depends on the day. But we're always looking for other people, basically in the community, to come in and give it a shot. And it's nothing. I've heard it before. Oh my God, I'm scared. I don't know what if I should do. It's like, no, because 2 minutes after you're into it, forget it, because you're having a conversation and you forget anybody that's listening,
Right.
watching, or who's going to be watching the show throughout the week, or whatever. So anyway, all right, Paul, thank you very much.
Yep.
All right, we'll see everybody tomorrow. Once